They're back! This October, get ready for more magic, mayhem, and sibling rivalry. Fantagraphics presents Santo Sisters Volume 2, collecting issues 6 through 10 of the Eisner award-winning comic book series. This deluxe hardcover is packed with a Technicolor chaos you crave. Don't miss out. Grab the sisters' latest adventures this October wherever great books are sold. Santo Sisters Volume 2, twice the magic, double the trouble.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Phil and Tad.
Hello, now he's out of web fluid. Get him! Get him!
Get him!
Jump his ass!
Hello, Sunshine. That's a call to later on. How's it going, guys?
It
is going well.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Everybody having a good week?
First week away from school.
Uh-huh.
So kind of catching my rhythm again. Some days have felt very productive, and some days I have been mostly asleep.
I'm
catching
envious
up
of being mostly asleep.
Yeah.
Does Kelly also have the summer off?
She does, but her school year's not over yet.
Oh,
it's a long one.
So, well, she started later than me too.
Oh, that
I
makes
start
sense.
at like the beginning of August, and she starts mid-late August.
Yeah, mid-late August.
So
is what I expect.
I get off at Memorial Day, and she gets off early June. So, yeah,
that's cool.
But some awesome news yesterday, and another one that like I get to pinch myself because I get to like send the text message and trade Simpsons gifts with one of the executive producers and creators of That Texas Blood, now in development at FX.
That's really exciting.
Was named as one of the 3 executive producers. The other 2 guys have lots of TV experience. It looks like it's finally happening. I know Chris is really excited. So yeah, that was a very cool piece of news. As was Dark Horse Comics unionizing was a big deal.
Oh yeah, feels like a long time coming. Feels like one of those things.
It does. I mean, like, it's always interesting to make unions to begin with. It's that much more interesting when you're a small staff, and I don't think Dark Horse has a huge staff.
It was very funny hearing them phrased as the 3rd largest comic publisher in the U.S. And it's like, oh, that's a big drop off, though. It's a big drop off from 2 to 3.
Right.
Do you guys think Dark Horse is bigger than Image?
Well, that was kind of my question. I guess it might be how you figure it.
Yeah, I think it depends a lot on whether or not you're talking catalog and exactly how much some of their licensed stuff sells.
Yeah. Yep.
That was kind of what I was thinking, as well as, I mean, I imagine Dark Horse has more like studio connections than Image does, because Image is like I can see how you if they might put out more books, they might be quote unquote smaller because it's like a ragtag collection of creators working for themselves rather than a company structure.
Well, and I would be willing to bet that most Wednesdays Image beats out Dark Horse, but I don't know if Image beats out Dark Horse at the bookstores.
That's a really good point.
in the libraries.
Yeah, they probably. I think.
Check
Yeah.
Check this out, guys. I just got these with my stuff for this week for comics.
Ooh,
look at this
40
whole
years of Dark Horse.
Nice.
look how many they're in here.
That's a whole lot. Yeah, that's a fat stack. Fat stack of
Is
coasters.
it stickers or
stickers? Yep.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd slap that on the back of my car.
Yeah,
I would totally slap it on something. I don't know if it'd be in my car, but yeah. I'm running out of room on my laptop, but I put lots of stickers on like comic boxes.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
So I'm certain that I could find a place for it. What kind of week has it been? I've actually I mean, this is the week that Ken Paxton officially became the nominee in Texas, but I kind of expected that.
See, primary like Ted Cruz?
No, he primaried John Cornyn.
Oh, okay.
But he's also like, I mean, to get to two things. First, to give you an idea of like John Cornyn, even though he's made it clear that he's voting Republican and whatnot, rather than giving an actual like endorsement of Paxton, and nobody's quite sure, I think, whether he was talking specifically of Paxton or Trump, but he did read on social media that the parable of the fox and the scorpion,
the frog and the scorpion,
yeah, riding across the river,
right. Apropos of, I mean, because they were in a runoff. John Cornyn was don't get me wrong, John Cornyn, horrible human being, and still somehow better than Ken Paxton. Ken Paxton was impeached by, he's the Attorney General of Texas. He was impeached by the Republican legislature of Texas. And the only reason he wasn't convicted is it was after the impeachment that Trump weighed in supporting him.
Wow. That's some bullshit right there.
Ken Paxton was turned into the FBI by his own staff.
Wow.
It's a ringing endorsement right there. Holy
so it's gonna. I mean, in terms of turning Texas blue, it might be the best thing that could happen because two things.
More prominent assholes to hate.
Well, first, it meant that like they wound up spending between the two of them like almost $500 million on the runoff campaign.
Holy shit! Wow.
Second, while the RNC is scrubbing it right now and whatnot, the ads that got run against Paxton, I guarantee that the Democrats held on to them all and will probably just rerun some of them.
Nice. Well, let's hope. I mean, it'd be great if Texas could start going blue.
Well, I mean, it's always been more purple than because it's gerrymandered pretty seriously.
Exactly. Yeah. This talking about flipping Texas has been going on for a while.
It's both gerrymandered pretty seriously and has legal big air quotes.
Yeah.
It's the word I'm looking for. Legal voter suppression at a very high level.
I see. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me too much.
But Tallarico's I think 8th generation Texan and Christian, actually knows his Bible, speaks well, etc. And they're already having to pull out.
Human being.
Yeah, they're already having to pull out like lies about him being a vegan.
That guy.
Yes, they were like, he's a secret vegan, and I'm thinking,
no, they don't say he's a secret vegan. They just say he's a vegan, and he's sitting there going, "I love barbecue."
And then
wasn't that over a picture of him eating a piece of meat? Like, that's ridiculous.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why that would be an insult. Like, who the fuck cares?
You haven't met enough vegans, but
in totally Trump fashion, you know. I mean, we figured out things about Trump, like it's because people seek asylum in the United States that he thinks that all of the prisons and mental institutions are being emptied in foreign nations.
Shit.
He thinks that's why he says that we're getting all the mental people, because he heard the word asylum and he misunderstood.
So
I feel like the cognitive testing really should have been more robust before he was let into office.
Let's see if you guys can draw the lines here. Trump is the one that first said that Tallarico believed he had 6 genders.
Okay.
That's
6
weird.
gender.
I mean, cisgender to 6 gender. Wow. I mean, I was thinking, I was like,
but of course, it's all about 6 genders now.
Oh God.
We need to bring back there was one of my favorite articles from the feminist philosophy class I took in college was one called "Should There Be 3 Genders?" And it was a satirical article basically saying that, like, well, of course there should, and honestly, you shouldn't stop at 3. You know?
Right. But yeah, so I mean, like, the best they have going against Tallarico at this point is like ridiculous bullshit, and I don't want to say that won't work in Trump country, but when you're coming out of the gate with that,
yeah, I mean, I think they're scared.
It's generally not a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, they're terrified of losing power, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, they're starting with the most desperate tactics first.
Well, I mean, like, they've said the quiet part out loud a few times. Steve Bannon told a group of donors once, like, they get into power, a lot of us are going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they try to like play this off as Democrats and lawfare, but it's really not. It's like, we committed crimes.
Right.
If there's anybody that will hold us accountable, we have problems. Which is where I will point out that between John Cornyn and what was the other senator that he primaried recently? There are about 6 senators at this point that, either because of retirement or
political pressure or
aren't really in his camp.
I have to go in an hour. I'm just giving you.
No. We'll get moving. I got that message.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. 6 a.m. I'm like, I have stuff to go.
Texas is big. It's taking precedent.
But where I'm going is, particularly as oil prices go up, as Iran goes bad, whatnot, like, he's reaching a dangerous point where there might be enough disruption in his own party for impeachment and conviction.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I mean, I want to say that like, party leadership could, probably has enough control to prevent it, But if they get plowed in the midterms, I could honestly see it winding up being something that was like, okay, I just lost my job for you. My vote has changed. We really know where the dirt is.
Let's
go.
I'm hopeful. Cautiously optimistic.
Which, I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'm cautiously optimistic about that or not, because that'd just put JD Vance in, and it'd suddenly give credibility to the rest of the Republican Party with everybody but MAGA. So,
well, the thing, everybody but MAGA, like that's got to be a significant chunk of their base. Like that's the thing, is that if like the only way I can imagine people still supporting Trump is if they're like fairly rabid for him. And I'm now realizing that we need to start talking about comics,
yes,
that is for sure.
So new order this month. Initial orders are due June 25th. Take it away, Tyler.
All right. So our first, if I can get my screen to work here, first comic up is Angel from Kelly Thompson and Julia Giacomino from Dynamite. Once the terrifying vampire Angel was cursed for his crimes with the return of his soul. That soul eventually led to Sunnydale and a tragic star-crossed affair with Buffy, his vampire-slaying true love. Once the tragedy had run its course, Angel built himself a new life in Los Angeles as a supernatural detective helping the helpless. But these things don't always go according to plan, and sometimes you do have to go home again. This is that story. Dun, dun, dun.
Did you announce it and give FOCs and whatnot?
Oh my goodness. FOC, final order cutoff, July 27th, will be in shops August 19th.
From Dynamite.
I did. Yeah,
Kelly
I did.
Thompson
I did. All of that I did at the top.
Okay.
Just not the final order cutoff.
Mark Waid and Chris Samney return with Batman and Robin Year One dynamic duos from DC Comics. Batman and Robin are back in action. The Dark Knight and the Boy Wonder have been hard at work cleaning up the streets of Gotham City, and their partnership has only gotten tighter. But when a gang of street kids starts causing mischief, Batman and Robin will need to get to the bottom of where these kids came from and who is in charge. Batman and Robin Year One Dynamic Duos is final order cutoff July 20th and in stores on August 12th.
Is it me again?
Yep.
You're blue.
Okay. I am blue. I was just on the wrong screen. Okay. Bug Wars, The Coming of the War Doom from Jason Aaron, Muhammad Asrar, and Matthew Wilson from Image. The backyard battlefield heats up and it's even more brutal and bloodier than before. Returning to the savage suburban epic that feeds Honey, I Shrunk the Kids through a war grinder. Oh, that feeds Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. There you go. It's a movie. That feeds Honey. I forgot. I didn't realize that was a movie title. Okay. Returning to the savage epic that feeds Honey, I Shrunk the Kids through a war grinder.
Is that better?
Yep. And marinates it in Conan-flavored myth and mayhem. 6 months later, the yard ran red with insect blood. Uneasy peace is shattered as ancient enemies rise from the woods. Corporate extermination forces close in, and Slade Slaymaker is dragged back into a brutal world where roach knights ride, squirrel armies gather, and survival means choosing your side in a war no human was meant to fight. This has a final order cutoff of July 27th and will be in shops August 19th.
Fort Psycho #1 from Matt Kint and Brian Hurt at Oni Press. 10 years ago, the nation of Singapore sank into the Pacific Ocean. The underground terrorist network known as the Seven Seals took credit for the largest act of terror in human history. In the aftermath, the United Nations created a strike team of highly trained covert operatives with one mission: locate, identify, and eliminate the Seven Seals' secretive leader. The team's clandestine affairs were to always remain in shadows until their final explosive confrontation resulted in a large-scale tragedy too bloody to cover up and too tragic to ignore. Disgraced and disavowed by the governments that trained them, the world's most dangerous secret agents have been convicted for their crimes and sentenced to serve time side by side in the one place capable of holding them, their old Highland headquarters, Fort Cyclone, now known in the media by its derogatory name, Fort Psycho. And that's where the official story is about to go terribly, terribly wrong.
Dun, dun, dun.
Final Order Cutoff, June 29th, in stores August 5th.
Next up, there's Gastromanique from Marjorie Bennett and Helena Marcellus over at Boom. Terrar the cannibal may be compelled to eat, but Lady Charlotte, codenamed the Python, is a cold-blooded spy compelled to hunt. A visceral game of cat and mouse begins as Lady Charlotte hunts down the elusive cannibal stalking the streets of France during the Revolution, and she'll stop at nothing to pursue her prey. Lady Charlotte's quest for revenge is aided by her former lover, Zélie, and together they explore the seedy underbelly of Paris and each other in a hypnotic fever dream. Going to have a final order cutoff of June 29th in stores August 12th from Boom. Tyler, you had highlighted Hank Howard Pizza Detective for a third title. I don't remember. Did we do that one last week?
No, we did something else with Hank Howard last week.
Oh, okay. Let's skip that then.
Oh, no, okay. Go for it.
All right.
Go for it.
I don't know why I did 3 because I'm a little bit
because we got lots of books this week.
So many good books.
Month.
Hank Howard Pizza Detective. We did talk about last week, but it was a different book. The Fair Play #1 from Robert Venditti and David Lapham from Bad Idea. When it comes to taking down Hollywood's worst criminals, Detective Hank Howard works alone. But when 2 crazed criminals decide to go full Grand Theft Auto and hijack the model for Big Caligula's shining new fleet of food trucks, all bets are off. For the first time, Hank must team up with Big Caligula's Southeast Regional Manager Barb Knox to recover the stolen whip. Together, they'll go full throttle in a high-speed pursuit of justice, facing down a barrage of bullets, high-octane explosions, and 2 pizza perps who are willing to do whatever it takes to get away clean. This will be in shops July 6th final order cutoff of July 6th and in shops August 5th.
All right, now we've got a book I'm really excited for. It is Prima Operata by Olivia Dufault, Rebecca Isaacs, and Maria Louise over at Ignition Press. Welcome to the Conservatory. After Earth was shattered into surviving pockets across the galaxy, humanity's most talented young women train at this prestigious celestial boarding school to become the next generation of mech pilots. But these students aren't soldiers. They're ballerinas, and the mechs aren't built for battle, but performance, all engineered in body and mind to entertain a ruling class of cosmic patrons in an annual life or death recital of mankind's only unifying story, the saga of Hippolyta the Huntress, a goddess whose pursuit of one last elusive prey ends in heartbreak. This year's top recruits, the quietly ambitious Mar and rebellious Rhea, endure a cutthroat curriculum to compete for the crowning title of Prima Operata. As their bond deepens and Mar's obsessive quest puts her under the wing of Hippolyta herself, the line between art and indoctrination blurs, and the great personal cost of perfection transform their lives. Black Swan and Never Let Me Go meet Pacific Rim in this groundbreaking space opera. Going to have a final order cutoff of July 27th in stores September 2nd, once again from Ignition Comics. How about some graphic novels?
Yeah, all right. First graphic novel is Aperture from Kirsten Thompson and Juanito from Mad Cave. When Sage, a first-year university student, discovers a forgotten camera in the library archives, she's thrust into a world beyond her own time. I'm switching glasses here. The camera links her to August, a student who walks the same halls more than a century earlier. What begins as a miraculous connection soon deepens into something neither of them expected. But history has a way of pulling people apart, and as World War I looms for August, the closer they grow. Did I have to say that wrong? The closer they grow, the more impossible it seems to hold on. A final word cutoff of August 3rd will be in shops August 22nd.
Bimbo Agitprop from Raquel Jack at Fantagraphics. Bimbo Agitprop captures the reality of growing up in West Texas in the early 21st century through satanic panics, Y2K, a recession, abusive parents, shitty men, identity-centric politics, and anti-woke pendulum swings, reflective of the author's era, born in the late 90s, of hyper-individualist oversharing of late 2010s internet while being firmly grounded in the unfiltered, handmade, radically anti-establishment art of the 1960s underground comics. Raquel Jack keeps her wounds fresh and open to both remember the past and protect herself in the future. At turns explicit, hilarious, profane, and defiant, Bimbo Agitprop is both an act of self-preservation and a call to arms. Jack boldly embraces frivolity, bimboism, comedy, memory, and storytelling to interrogate reality in 2020s. Ping-ponging among relationships, psychedelic trips, good sex, bad sex, romance, and trauma, her dense, obsessive pages read like a manifesto announcing the arrival of a remarkable new voice in comics. This is from Fantagraphics. Final order cutoff is July 6th, in stores on August 5th.
All right. Also coming from Fantagraphics, there is Grifters, Floaters, and Punks, a reimagined field guide for the 50 state birds by Keith Bendis. In the mid-1800s, self-made naturalist and outdoorsman John James Audubon began work on his collection of 435 watercolor plates that would become the standard-setting birds of America. Now, some nigh on 200 years later, it is indisputable an entirely authentic successor has finally emerged. Master cartoonist Keith Bendis has traveled to all four corners of this nation, or wishes he had, returning with accounts of the beach stoners of North Carolina, the impossible screamers of Alaska that lay eggs 5 times the size of their body, the tuku for school, red-capped Delaware slackers, and the alluring pink-breasted frog catcher of the Louisiana Bayou. These most whimsical and biologically unsound members of the avian species are brought to life in a style reminiscent of Gary Larson's Far Side, handsomely coupled with a Rarefield New Yorker panache. Simply put, Grifters, Floaters, and Punks is essential reading for both seasoned birdwatchers and budding ornithologists, as well as lovers of screwball cartooning. With a final order cutoff of July 20th, it's going to be in stores August 22nd. Once again from Fantagraphics.
Once again from Fantagraphics. Awesome. All right. Oh, it's Tad.
Oh, it's
you.
I'm sorry. That's right. I was looking at the next one down already. Hand in Hand with Muchan. Lessons from my autistic again. When a couple of full of excitement learns their daughter might be autistic, some of their feelings start to change. Even if they know all this means is that she'll develop a little more slowly than other children, it's not easy to watch the future and family they'd envision crumble. But in this story, based on the author's real-life experiences raising an autistic child, family love can overcome anything. This is from Yen Press. Final order cutoff of July 20th, in stores on August 26th. Now it's Tyler.
How to Draw a Secret from Cindy Chang from HarperCollins. When Sage, a first-year university student, discovers a forgotten camera in the library archives, she's thrust into a world beyond her own time. The camera links her to August, a student who walks the same halls more than a century earlier. What begins as a miraculous connection soon deepens into something neither of them expected. Whoa. I think
Yeah, this is
sure.
the same one again.
Yep, I got the wrong thing here. Let me
kind of paste the wrong thing.
I pasted. Holy buckets, you guys. Go on to the next one. I'll fix this.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have Just Another Summer from Tilly Bridges and Susan Bridges and Eula Ronaldo. My apologies on that pronunciation. And
probably Julia.
Thank you. The G threw me off. Julia Ronaldo and Eog From Mad Cave, when scandal sidelines two LA teen celebrities, a summer on a Montana farm forces them to trade red carpets for rubber boots and to choose between the futures they were raised for and the loves they never saw coming. Just Another Summer is a sharp, big-hearted YA about two teen TV stars exiled to a Montana dairy farm after a tabloid blow-up and the summer that remakes them. Between 4 a.m. milkings, fence mending, and a no-nonsense great uncle, Haley and Becky discover who they are without cameras. One sister falls for the girl who runs the town diner, the other for a trans farmhand whose quiet resilience shatters her Hollywood preconceptions. It's funny, queer, tender, and unflinchingly real, about work that matters, love that surprises you, and the cost of chasing a dream. It might mean leaving a new life behind. It's going to have the final order cutoff of July 13th in stores, August 5th from Mad Cave.
Hey, guys, I can't find this book right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
I know. Yeah, I can't find it. HarperCollins. I'll go to their website. Do we have any more to go here? Collections, I guess. HarperCollins.
How to Draw a Secret. 12-year-old Cindy relishes drawing flawless images, but she's stumped by an art contest prompt. What family means to me. No one at school can know that Cindy's dad moved back to Taiwan 4 years ago. So Cindy sketches out the perfect plan to draw the perfect picture while keeping her parents' separation secret. Then an unexpected trip to Taipei reveals devastating new secrets. Suddenly, everything from Cindy's art to her family is falling apart. With her dream of perfection in tatters, Cindy must figure out how to draw from her heart and share her secrets. But can she really reveal the truth, messy lines and all? This is from Cindy Chang. Final order cutoff is July 6th. In stores on August 5th from HarperCollins.
Now for some
When in doubt, go to the Lunar website.
I was on
a
it.
couple
I couldn't
clicks
find
behind
it.
you.
You didn't search just how to draw a secret?
Yes, I did, and it wouldn't pop up. I don't know.
The secret was kept from him.
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Maybe he spelled it wrong.
I could show you where I'm searching, and it's popping up Thundercats for some reason.
I mean, so Thundercats also pop up for me, but it was,
yeah,
that
was next to it.
Yeah, it's only popping up Thundercats on my screen.
Weird.
So that's where I'm at.
So anyway, collections. The Complete Assassin's Apprentice from Robin Hobb, Jody Hauser, and Ryan Kelly. I've been actually meaning to read this for a while, so coming out in a collection makes me happy.
Nice.
Critically acclaimed comic adaptation of New York Times best-selling author Robin Hobb's fantasy epic. The bastard son of Prince Fitz Chivalry, Farseer, is raised in the shadow of Buckkeep Castle, cared for by his father's stableman. Fitz finds companionship and solace in the stables through the wit, a forbidden magic that connects him to animals. When Fitz is still a young boy, at the behest of his grandfather, King Shrewd, he is brought to the castle and educated as a member of the court. But at night, Fitz is secretly tutored by the royal assassin who teaches him patience, precision, and poison. As Fitz grows into manhood, barbarous raiders ravage the coast, and Fitz is trained in another art, the powerful telepathic magic known as the Skill. Plunged into a maze of schemes and intrigue as enemies abound and duty and honor are at ends, Fitz finds that the fate of the kingdom may lie in his hands. Final order cutoff of July 27th, in stores October 27th.
Awesome. Let me grab my right screen here. End of Life from Kyle Starks and Steve Pugh.
It's so good.
From DC Vertigo.
DC Vertigo, yeah.
Professional hitman Eddie Stallion messed up. He just accidentally robbed his International Assassins Guild, the Menagerie, and now there's a huge price on his head, and everyone is looking to cash in. So, needless to say, he's in huge trouble. So Eddie hides in the place they'd least expect, the small town of Pluto, home of his estranged father, ex-Menagerie member, and badass George Stallion. Expecting safety, Eddie instead finds his resentful father dying of cancer, surprise Menagerie assassins, and a local crime lord who is also a canceled comic strip creator, All this is happening in a delightful town full of weirdos that Eddie can't stand. Oh, and his childhood first love is there too. Kyle Starks and Steve Pugh, the team behind Peacemaker Tries Hard, present the story of a man-child assassin with very grown-up problems. Final Order Cutoff August 3rd will be in shops October 13th. I just read the third issue. I'm a little behind, I think one behind. It's really good.
So good.
Very excited.
All right. The Thing on the Doorstep by Simon Burks, Willie Roberts, and Rob Jones from Image. It is true that I have sent 6 bullets through the head of my best friend, and yet I hope to show by this statement that I am not his murderer. The year is 1933, and Edward Derby's best friend, Daniel Upton, visits him in Arkham Sanatorium and shoots him dead to the horror of the guards. It's an open and shut case. Or is it? What happened to this lifelong friendship for it to end this way? Who exactly was Edward Derby at the end of his life? And most importantly, will his murder be enough to stop him? It's coming from Image Comics with a final order cutoff of August 31st. That doesn't make sense. Final order cutoff can't be before when it's in stores. So that's a final order cutoff of July 6th in stores, August 19th.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Time don't work that way. Final order cutoff this week is do you want to take it, Tad, or should I?
I can take it.
All right.
We've got 100 Bullets, the U.S. of Anger, #1 from Brian Azzarello, Eduardo Riso at DC Vertigo on July 1st. Lights, Planets, People from Molly Naylor and Lizzie Stewart at Avery Hill Publishing on July 22nd. Minotaur #1 from Simon Spurrier and Michael Dowling at Ignition Press out on July 15th. Santos Sisters Fun Special #1 from Bob Burden, Greg and Fake at Floating World on August 26th. I have already read this next book. It is so good. Starhenge, Book 2, A Kiss for Atticus, #1 from Liam Sharp at Image Comics in stores July 1st. And finally, Valhalla, #1 from Ben Fisher, Pedro RM Andreo at Ablaze in stores July 15th. Who's taking crowdfunding?
Phil, go ahead. I'll take Humble Bundles.
All right.
Yeah.
First up, there is Lab Zero Remix, comics magazine hacking pop culture from Ronald Wimberly on Kickstarter, starting June 9th or through June
9th? Through June 9th.
Through June 9th. All right. That one Matt Bors comic from Matt Bors and Glenn Fleischman on Kickstarter through June 11th. John of the Night from Daryl Cunningham and Avery Hill on Kickstarter through June 19th. Nighthawks by Jimmy Lee from Goats Flying Press on Kickstarter through June 25th. The 2026 Insert Name Comics and Zine Fest from Emily Mayer, Ryan Carey on Kickstarter through June 29th. Sunday, August 30th from noon to 6 p.m. That is a convention at Oddmart, 2520 Lindale Avenue, South Minneapolis. Next, there's Stellar Remnant #2 from Damon George Hampton on Kickstarter through July 15th. The Forgotten Divine by Mark Russell and Russ Braun and Ahoy on Kickstarter, launching soon. Tezuka, God of Manga, a documentary from Jason Cohn on Kickstarter, also launching soon, as well as Scar Tissue Bargains from Stephen Fox on Kickstarter, launching soon as well. So there's a few previews. I believe those are pre-hyped because Tad was able to interview and talk to those creators.
Wait.
Pre-hype them
when we talk to them ahead of time.
Yes.
I have not talked to Emily Mayer and Ryan Carey about this year's.
Okay.
And I haven't talked to Daryl Cunningham or Jimmy Lee.
Okay. So three more on the books we need.
Right.
Next up, we got Humble Bundles. Tyler?
All right. Infinite Dread. I'm really excited about this one. Horror comics from Oni Press. We talked about this last week a little bit. For $18, you get 23 items, which include Cemetery Kids Don't Die, Dwellings, and Meat Eaters. Funds from this go to Book Industry Charitable Foundation, and that is going for about another 7 days. June 6th is the cutoff, so get on that. Hot Mess Express is a big bundle of misfit heroes and hilarious hijinks from Image Comics. $18 gets you 49 items. That is a huge deal, you guys. 8 billion genies. God hates astronauts. I hate fairyland. Monkey meat, shirtless bear fighter, and snot girl, all included. Book Industry Charitable Foundation is who that is going to, and that is June 9th. So got about 10 days for that one. And then Kodansha presents BL, Yuri and more Ichijinsha. Is that how you pronounce it? Ichijinsha?
From Ichijinsha.
Yeah.
Which is
one of their... Yeah.
It's one of their imprints.
Oh, got it. Okay, $30 gets you 61 items, which is more than 100 volumes. So, wow. Comic Book Legal Defense Fund is who's getting the proceeds from that, and you have until June 19th, so about 20 days left.
All right. This was a really tough week for Amazing Books.
It was so good. Holy buckets.
I almost went 9, but then I saw that we were on a tight schedule today, and I knew we were going to wind up babbling before now. So I'll just say exploit number 3 totally lived up to expectations, all of the above. I loved it. Laura Hudson, Tim Leong, Amelia Pina at Mad Cave. Is Ted okay? Number 4, Dave Chisholm from Mad Cave. Ooh, is this a twist, kind of?
Mm-hmm.
So Ted is okay.
I loved it. I don't know. Which is how 5 Gears in Reverse, a criminal book, somehow came in all the way down at 3. Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips at Image. All of that knocking out 51, Absolute Wonder Woman, Feral, Halloween Boy, The Hab, In Your Skin, Kill All Immortals 2, Last Voyage of Sinbad, Peril of the Brutal Dark, Ezra Kane Mystery number 4 was great. Pretty Hate Machine 2 was really good.
Everything in your honorable mentions is amazing. I have read many of those books already and very excited about specifically. I didn't write them down yet, but Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Massacre is amazing. It is so funny.
It lives up to the title then.
It does. Phil, is there a walk you want to go on?
Yeah, take a walk, Phil.
Sure. Yeah, I'm walking here. Yeah, sure. I was
the plank.
He's walking to first.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That was the only way I could get
show some hustle.
Come on.
Was by getting walked or hit by the ball. That was how I took my base.
You and me both, man. I loved sports. Wait a minute. No, I didn't.
No. Yeah, no. It was not a great time. But for a short week, it feels like a long week. It's a weird one. Good news is I did finally get to the comic book store to pick up a sweet pile for the first time in a couple months. So that's going to be fun to dig into over the next couple weeks because it's how I spread it all out. And I started buying to transition to our manga race. For the first one, I've started buying Tower Dungeon instead of getting it from the library. That's how much I've been enjoying it. So I was able to sneak in a chapter, reading it during the preamble before we were on air. So I've read 16 chapters of Tower Dungeon. They're long chapters, I swear.
Whereas when we get to our One Piece race, week 101.
Woo!
Jeez.
I'm still at 691 chapters because our Great Responsibility, Hello Sunshine, was longer than I thought it was. Not in a bad way, but in a time planning way.
Yes.
Not so good for managing to also squeeze in some One Piece, particularly because I didn't get to any of it until last night.
Yeah. When you asked me the other day about the drawing, I think it was yesterday maybe.
Right.
You interrupted my reading time because I also didn't know that it was the reading was so long. I was like, oh shit.
It's funny because it doesn't feel like that big a book.
It doesn't,
but it's a big book. It's a thick one.
Oh, I think if I'd had a physical copy, I would have been more aware that I needed to start it earlier.
Yeah.
But I was reading digitally, and I didn't look at my page counts until the end of chapter 1, 90 pages in.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the Scooby-Doo kind of formula for this?
Oh yeah, I thought it was.
Is it fun?
I thought it was really good. It was. It was absolutely fun. I loved how much the book just felt like a group of friends hanging out.
Maybe it's because I didn't watch enough Scooby-Doo, but I thought more Afternoon Special.
Did you?
Yeah.
Afternoon Special. Is that a? Do you just mean like general afternoon specials?
No, it was an 80s thing that they did.
Okay, let me look this up.
I'm
too young.
It was almost always like PSA movies.
Yep. Yeah, they were like wholesome stuff.
Yeah, that's okay.
Let's learn about drug use. Let's learn about about depression. Let's learn about kids with cancer.
I didn't realize that was like a name of a show. I thought that it was just like a concept of like, oh yeah, it's an afternoon special, like something you want, like
and it wasn't like the name of a show specifically.
It was the block of time. It was the block of time.
No. Because they weren't every week. That's why they were specials.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay. You're right. Yep.
It was the after. It was they would take over the block of time for a very special movie about a teenager with cancer, or a very special movie about a friend who committed suicide, or a very special movie about a girl who took too many diet pills.
I see where you're going.
Do you guys remember that Saved by the Bell where Jesse took too many caffeine pills?
That's right.
I never watched that. I never watched Saved by the Bell.
Anyway,
that was
not even after you finished watching Showgirls. You didn't want to go back and see her previous.
That really messed me up because she was so like wholesome in Saved by the Bell, and then you watch that Showgirls and you're like, holy crap.
Well, I think I've only
she's not exactly unwholesome in Showgirls. She's just in a tough situation. So she's a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
So I think I've only seen a made-for-TV edit of Showgirls because I remember a scene where like she's dancing in front of a guy and she takes off her bra and is wearing a second bra underneath.
Yeah.
So that's my experience with that train wreck,
Okay. Well, you guys, Scooby-Doo, this is like Scooby-Doo meets psychological horror.
Yeah.
This is great. So
and some real mental health stuff.
It is because Kesey was drawn from her own experiences with this one, where in the afterward, she talks about having psychotic bipolar. I think it's bipolar 1. And wanting to emphasize instead of have a story that has scary supernatural elements and mental illness in it together, not just saying that, mental illness is a scary supernatural event that's occurring.
Right.
And I think she did really great with this one.
Yeah.
I agree with you in hindsight that, okay, maybe there was a touch of the after school special, but like it never felt like it was explaining.
I didn't actually mean that as a completely negative thing.
I didn't think so because like it doesn't ever feel like it's explaining to you, but it's absolutely here's what kids are going through.
What I actually meant it as is like in many of the afternoon specials there were like very few adults.
Oh, okay.
Correct. Yeah.
That makes sense.
It was just I think part of it was let's get the cheapest actors we can find.
Correct.
Oh, that's funny.
Sometimes it was Fred Savage, and other times it was Candace Cameron.
Well, no, not after they had their shows.
Yeah, I know, but I remember one with Fred Savage. Because
they were too expensive once. I mean, it was a good launch pad for people that wanted to be child actors with shows.
Yep. It was. It was good though.
Do the afternoon special get noticed Okay, now I'm going to fall down the afternoon special rabbit hole.
Okay, well, I'll talk about this.
Yeah.
This story focuses on like Alex, right? And he has this like psychotic episode over the summer, and he goes missing. And his boyfriend, I'm doing air quotes for those that are listening because it's secret. His boyfriend returns from like a summer Bible camp, right?
Yeah.
And they begin the search for their friend Alex.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I really liked the slow build of having things come together because it really does, you spend a good chunk of the book wondering, like not really having any leads, knowing what happened to him, and just kind of fleshing out the cast and the world, which again was really lovely. I liked how different each of the characters felt from each other. They felt like really well established characters with, I feel like sometimes with groups of teenagers, they can all kind of blend together a little bit. But with this one, they definitely all stood out and had their own unique personalities and backgrounds and whatnot. And I liked how there was the shifting chapter focuses, with the changing narration throughout. Because I think that really helped keep any one kid from stealing the show. And ultimately the focus really does fall back on Alex.
It really feels like you get an all encompassing story that way, because when you shift, like you said, shift focus, it does. I like that in stories. It helps me stay engaged and not too bored.
Yes.
What I like about this is like comic books have a kind of a not great track record when mental illness.
Yeah.
Usually it's like the crazy villains,
Oh, absolutely.
And this really flips this entirely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kesey did a great job, right? Speaking about her own experiences with bipolar and then using the supernatural, I think is a great metaphor, right? For psychosis and mania that people go through without taking away the character by saying that they're just a mental illness. That's not their personality,
Yeah. So one of the only other pieces of media I could think to compare to this is the TV show Legion. Because that's another example where, I mean, admittedly, it's a bit different because they kind of go back and forth, and it doesn't handle the mental illness aspect quite as well as Hello Sunshine does. But that's also because I feel like this is one of the best representations and depictions of like psychosis, someone going through a psychotic break that I've ever seen. But in Legion, they do he's a guy who starts out, he has a mental illness, and then it turns out, oh no, you have superpowers, and then they realize, no, you have a mental illness and superpowers. But it's definitely still more fantastical than Hello Sunshine. And I think that was a really important distinction because, like, I don't know about you guys, but like this is probably the first graphic novel that some of the spooky scenes actually were getting me a little bit scared. Like some of the page turns, her drawings of the demons.
Well, not only that, but like if you think about like the lettering was getting more claustrophobic as it went along to represent like the hallucinations that Alex was experiencing, the auditory stuff.
Yeah.
They're getting more and more, I don't know what the word is, packed together. It was really interesting.
It was, yeah. I think her lettering was really good and worked super well for that part. Because like it was funny, it was one of those things where like early on in the chapters, I was like, there were a couple lettering choices. I was like, okay, all right, like balloon placement things. But then by that segment, I was fully engrossed. I feel like because this is a book. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I follow Kesey on Blue Sky, and so I'd been seeing her post process about this book for a couple of years, seeing it come together. So I was really happy and excited to finally get to read it all the way through. And it felt like getting to know the characters beforehand was really great. Like I know I keep coming back to that, but yeah, it was really, I felt like it was really strong. And I think she's talked. I don't know what the status of it is yet, but she's talked about a possible sequel to this one.
Yeah,
I really hope sees the light of day eventually.
I uh, I just really love. I don't know if you've ever seen. Did either of you read the physical format of it? I
Yeah,
haven't either. I have not.
yeah.
But is there painted edges on the books that get darker as the
Yes.
story goes along? Okay.
You can see, I mean, how there's a stripe about two-thirds, three-quarters of the way through, and I showed my wife while I was reading. I was like, "Oh, I bet that's a scary part." And that was when Alex was go. It's actually interesting that the gutters for the book through most of it are white.
Correct.
And then as you get to the details of Alex going into psychosis, the edges start slowly darkening into like a dirty gray, and then they eventually get to like a heavy black. So yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably the most you know, distorted and warped part of the book for
And
sure.
then I love stuff like that where they're using different aspects of just the physical making of the book to add to that.
Yeah.
And so even the color palette, right? These very
Hmm.
vibrant retro colors to, set the mood. Joyful kind of moments are, warm colors, bright light. And then during the paranormal stuff,
Hmm.
really, really heavy blacks and shadows.
Oh yeah, her style is really great like that in that it can switch from like a tender, emotional, happy-go-lucky moment to then like dark and spooky at the turn of a page. It's really wonderful.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I also love there's so like it's also one of those where I want to specifically say that like Keezy's a really great comic artist because there were
Hmm.
so many moments of like panel progressions that I thought were super smooth.
Oh God,
Yeah.
so good.
Super good. Page compositions
Page,
were
yeah.
always wonderful. Like that's the thing is that even if I had a couple super minor nitpicks about the lettering early on, I was fully engrossed super quickly. I felt like there's nothing she can't draw. There was a great combination of like physical movement and not just people being placed in a scene and talking, so there was a physicality. The spatial awareness was great. It felt like everyone was in rooms. Sometimes that can feel like kind of blown out. So yeah, everything about this was, top to notch, incredible graphic novel. It's one of those where I hope there's like a slightly larger trimmed hardcover out there because the version I got is like paperback. It's a little bit bigger than manga, but it's closer to manga size. Comparing it to the volume of Tower Dungeon I have, it's like just a little bit taller. But it is closer to that manga size than the standard comic book trim. But her art's so wonderful. I would love to see this just a little bit larger too. It's one of those books. If you can find us, like if there is, I don't know if the hardcover is bigger, but if it is, definitely go for the hardcover of this.
Awesome. All right. Anything else, guys, on
We're gonna
Hello
have to go through.
Sunshine?
We're gonna have to go through some of the results of my, and I haven't finished my
Afternoon special
afternoon
deep dive.
special rabbit hole,
Yeah.
but
Is that what you were
but
doing while we were talking?
yeah, but we're just gonna like talk about some people involved and give quick descriptions of the
Just
episodes that we're
dip
involved
our
in.
toe into it.
Uh,
Yeah.
Bo Bridges uh directed an episode called "Don't Touch."
Don't talk.
A teenager
Don't
babysitting a young
touch.
girl discovers that she's molested by a family friend when harrowing memories of her own past molestation by her uncle come to the surface.
Jeez.
Uh,
Yeah, this does not sound like a fun time.
Stephen Gyllenhaal, Jake and Maggie's father, directed What Are Friends For? Two
Really?
12-year-old girls going through a divorce make a pact never to divorce their friendship.
Oh, I thought 12 was a little early for divorce.
Jodie Foster was actually in three of them.
Damn.
Alexander, the story of a retired clown and his undying love for children.
Oh God.
Rookie of the Year. An 11-year-old girl encounters opposition as when she joins her brother's Little League baseball team, which happens to be all male.
It's a fun one. So,
Yeah.
relevant to today's world.
The Secret Life of T.K. Deering, a 12-year-old girl, invites her grandfather to join her secret club. So it sounds like she got some of the more wholesome ones. Rob Lowe was in a couple of them. Schoolboy father, high school senior, discovers his summer girlfriend has given birth to his child and decides to fight for custody.
Wow. That's a
matter of time. Teen Liesl Gilbert finds inner strength when she learns her mother is dying of cancer. Let's see who's in this one. Oh, we got Cloris Leachman.
Oh,
who did I? Oh, Kirk Cameron was in one called "The Woman Who Willed a Miracle." A blind, mentally challenged infant with cerebral palsy is left in the care of an elderly Englishwoman who refuses to let him die. I think Cameron plays the blind cerebral palsy. And Cloris Leachman plays the elderly English one.
Huh.
Who's our fun one? This is another Kirk Cameron one. Andrea's Story, a hitchhiking tragedy. A teenage girl is traumatized after being assaulted by a stranger from whom she hitched a ride. Sarah Jessica Parker was in the Almost Royal Family. Family inherits a house on a tiny island between Canada and the U.S. and is not the jurisdiction of either country.
Wow. That seems like way off topic compared to the rest. Like something maybe kind of nice happens to you compared to like everything else. Holy shit.
Okay, we got a double whammy in this one. Michelle Pfeiffer and Val Kilmer star in One Too Many. 4 high school friends find their lives changed forever when one of the friends drives drunk with devastating results.
No. Driving drunk?
I know.
Just don't do it.
Marissa Tomei in Supermom's Daughter, career-driven mother and her daughter don't see eye to eye when it comes to the daughter's future plans.
Marissa Tomei was probably the daughter at that point.
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah.
That's just the ones that I've. Whoopi Goldberg hosted a number of them.
Wow.
It looks like Freddie Prinze Jr. was in one.
So this was a star-studded event.
Well, I mean, it's 70s and early 80s, so like nobody knew who they were. I mean, like I said, it was a weird launch pad for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Certainly left a cultural impression.
Like a lot of the Cosby Kids and Dana Plato from Different Strokes were all in one. Jennifer Jason Leigh was in one. River Phoenix. Let's see what River Phoenix was in. I feel like a River Phoenix one has got to be great. Of course, Backwards, the Riddle of Dyslexia. 13-year-old boy has problems reading, which his teachers attribute to laziness. It is later discovered that he has dyslexia.
Wow.
Val Kilmer, we already found his. Kira Sedgwick was in one. Madeline Kahn was in one. So sometimes they actually had like legit people as their like adults.
Well, I mean, I'd have to imagine Cloris Leachman was known by then,
Right. Bonnie Raitt played herself in one. Wait a minute, we got to check this one out. Jessica Alba in 1996.
That's pretty recent.
Too soon for Jeff. A high school senior finds his future plans turns upside down when his girlfriend tells him she is pregnant.
Crazy.
Also from 1996, Lauren Hill in Daddy's Girl.
I don't like the sound of that.
Nope.
Her father abandoned 6-year-old Alicia 10 years ago. Now a family wedding presents a chance for her to forge a relationship with him, but it means crossing her mother, who still hasn't forgiven him for walking out on them.
Not nearly as bad as I thought.
Yeah. I mean, given some of the ones so far, I mean,
yeah, I was ready for the worst, stealing myself. So when are you going to spearhead the comic book relaunch of Afternoon Special, Tad?
I don't know. I almost feel like we should, though. Will Wheaton was in one in 1989.
No way.
So he was still in diapers.
He was Wesley Crusher. No, he wasn't yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm
close.
saying.
I mean, this is probably post Stand By Me.
Correct.
My dad can't. This is on point. My dad can't be crazy, can he? A teenage boy is unable to deal with his schizophrenic father.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's bits of that in this.
And that's with MASH's Loretta Witt as his mother, or Loretta Swit rather, as his mother. Yep. Yeah,
she just passed away, right?
She did.
It's too bad. I like MASH a lot.
I do too. Carole King. Oh my God.
Carole King is in it.
Carole King was in 1991. It's Only Rock and Roll. Teenage girl finds her song lyrics being scrutinized when some people find them too suggestive.
Funny.
Oh, Davy Jones was in that one too.
Wasn't he?
But neither of them as themselves.
Wasn't he a ghost pirate by then, though? That was kind of hard to catch on film.
Oh, he's a monkey.
He's a monkey. Hey,
so,
hey, we're the
I was trying to figure out. So he was throwing banana peels on set?
Ooh, funny. That's a good one. All right. Where are we at here?
We should probably Felicity Huffman was in one as Flicka Huffman, which tells you exactly how young it was in 1978, A Home Run for Love.
All right. Yeah.
In 1947, a young white boy and an elderly black man enjoy a warm and wonderful friendship based on their mutual love of the Brooklyn Dodgers and Jackie Robinson.
I had a feeling it was going to be
that. Doesn't sound problematic at all.
Ted, I'm giving you the bell. This is the ceremonial.
Ding, ding, ding. I couldn't hear it. No, one more. Just one more.
Hold on.
One more ding. Hold up to your mic.
Can you hear it?
No.
It's getting noise canceled. Books I hope will be spectacular. FML number 8 from Kelly Sue DeConnick and David Lopez at Dark Horse Comics. Junk Punch number 1. Just exactly what it's about. A girl that punches people in their junk. I am so excited. From Paul Tobin, Carlos Javier Oliveras, and Colleen Coover at Mad Cave. And Only the Savage Are Left number 1 from Zach Kaplan, Stefano Raphael at Dark Horse. Saga Deluxe Edition Volume 4, Sleep, and Batman Volume 1 all come out next week, as well as Billy Bat Volume 1 from Naoki Urasawa and Takashi Nagasaki. And we'll let the rest of it go. There's some cool stuff. I guess we'll toss out a couple of number 1s. The Dead Man number 1. It's Jeff really Brand New Week number 1. The Ring, The Man Who Beat the Man number 1, which is the Gail Simone boxing book.
Ooh.
Supergirl Survive number 1, which is friends of the podcast, Griffin Sheridan and Ethan Parker. Justice League Dream Girls #1, including friends of the podcast, Brendan Stein, are all next week as well. Let's hear your trade waiter graphic novel pick. While I go see if I can find any more
afternoon specials
to take us out with.
My giant size trade waiter graphic novel pick is going to be Sleep from Xander Cannon at Image Comics.
It's so good.
I've heard you guys say it's so good. I think Zach Kaplan also said it was great. So I'm like, yeah, I should read this. And so, the trade's out. Now's the time.
Yeah. What'd you find, Ted?
Lee Phoenix was now known as Joaquin.
Joaquin, yeah,
right. Was also in Backwards: The Riddle of Dyslexia.
Okay.
I mean, like the problem is there's just Joey Travolta was in one. I wonder if that means I'll find John further down the list.
You might.
Ed Begley Jr.
Ed Begley Jr.
I need to see Ed Begley Sr. Ed Begley Sr. or bust.
All right. I'm going to take us out, guys, because I need to go to a meeting. So,
meeting.
Big business.
Hey, it's not a big business. It's a small business, but I still need to be there.
It's a big little business.
As the face of our store, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, thanks for listening, everybody, and we will catch you guys after the next page. Later.
Or we could watch Frank Whaley in Seasonal Differences. The separation of church and state is examined when a Christmas nativity scene
Why am I worried?
Displayed at a high school.
Why am I worried about how Afternoon Special is going to rule on the separation of church and state?
Sparks debate and protest from the student body.
I already took